One of the great things about Carolina Camera is that it often takes us to places where we may not travel ourselves, but after seeing this morning's story, you're going to want to travel to a certain town in South Carolina with an unusual name. John Carter's been on the road with Carolina Camera and has this story. Good morning to you, John.
Good morning, Jonathan. Hey, last week, we took you to Why Not, a place that many believe has the most unusual name of a place in North Carolina. Well, it's time to check in on South Carolina and the town that Kristen Miranda first brought up. Welcome to 96, South Carolina. That's right, 96, like the number, and it's the name of this town about 120 miles southwest of Charlotte.
We like to say that we're like Mayberry. I mean, we're not stuck in the 50s or 60s, but it is a small, quaint town.
Fewer than 2,000 people live in 96, but that number grows to tens of thousands when the town holds its yearly festivals, like the upcoming Festival of Stars with one of the biggest fireworks shows in the state.
We start off with a patriotic parade. Everybody who attends, we encourage them to wear red, white, and blue. So when you take pictures, you just see this sea of red, white, and blue. It's very patriotic, very respectful, and we have amusement rides. We have live entertainment. We have food vendors. Funnel cakes, can you smell it just by talking about it? So we have that too.
Marjorie Blaylock is Director of Tourism and Events in 96. She was born here, as was her father, Leroy Chrisley, who's now 82, but that's him when he was 16 and working at one of the many cotton mills which were once the main source of commerce here. Many famous folks have come from 96, including civil rights icon Dr. Benjamin Mays, who was president of Morehouse College and a mentor to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The late Bill Voisel loved his hometown so much, he got Major League Baseball to change its rules and allow him to wear the number 96 when he pitched for the Boston Braves in the 1948 World Series. Tourism is now the biggest draw in 96. It's home to the 96 National Historic Site with more than 85,000 visitors a year.
For a long time, it was known as Star Fort because the fort is in the shape of a star, and you can still see that too. And it was the very first battle in the Revolutionary War in the South. And we also had more land battles than anybody during the Revolutionary War.
So now that we know more about the town and the people and the historical significance of 96, there's still one burning question left to be answered, and that is, how did the town of 96 get its name?
I have no idea. I have no idea what the official reason is why 96 was named 96.
That's right. No one seems to know the real reason. It used to be there were 96 distinct districts in the area before being broken up into their own counties. But a favorite story involves the legend of an Indian maiden who left her village to go to the trading post at Star Fort to alert her lover that he might be killed.
But she rode from there during the night all the way down here, marking her way as she went, and it was believed to be 96 miles. So when the Cherokee got down there, the warriors were going to kill him. He was gone. He wasn't there.
And so now you know the story of 96 and what may be the most unusual name of a town in South Carolina. By the way, you don't want to miss the Festival of Stars celebration in 96. It's going to be on June 26. You don't also want to miss the Scarecrow Festival that's going to be held in October. I'm going to go back down for that for sure. We're going to put the link to the Town of 96 website on the QC Life website, and you'll be able to get plenty of information, but you don't want to miss it. It's a wonderful place to visit. Lots of good restaurants down there, and of course the historic sites, and just, I mean, you could say you've been to 96.
That's true. I have to tell you, John Carter, I'm so glad you did that story. My sister used to live down that way, so I would have to pass 96 to get to where she was.
Really?
Yeah, and she lived in Westminster. Westminster. Anyway, so I would have to pass, and I would always pass the sign and be like, is that the sign number?
Exactly.
Or the town name?
Exactly.
What
What's happening? So that's so good.
It's an interesting name. I'm glad you came up with that. I had heard of it a long time before, didn't think of it, but when you said 96, I started doing research, and I went, this is a great story. It's a terrific town, and they are so friendly. They would love to see. And it is the 4th biggest fireworks show in South Carolina.
Wow.
At that festival, and they have live country musicians and others and all. They get some big names down there too, so it's a big festival and well worth the trip. It's a good day trip.
Carolina Camera at WBTV.com if you want John Carter to do a story that you think we should be doing for Carolina Camera. Thank you, Mr. Carter. Good to see you.
Good to see you all.
All right. Hey, Mr. Carter, stick around. We got ice cream. A stop for ice cream on your way to